Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing Leetcode problem 657, robot return to origin in JavaScript. This is considered an easy algorithm, and I truly agree with that here. So let's read the description. There is a robot starting at the position 0, 0, the origin on a 2D plane. Given a sequence of its moves, judge if this robot ends up at 0, 0 after it completes its moves. You are given a string moves that represents the move sequence of the robot, where moves I represents the ith move. Valid moves are R right, L left, U up, and D down. Return true if the robot returns to the origin after it finishes all of its moves, or false otherwise. Note the way the robot is facing is irrelevant. R will always make the robot return right once, left, or L always make it move left, etc. Also assume that the magnitude of the robot's movement is the same for each move. Okay. This is truly a very easy problem. When I was solving it before, well, let's just say this, the more of these algorithms I do, the more I assume that they're not going to be as easy as they look, because most of the time we come across some hidden test cases that reveal things that, I didn't account for by just reading the description and looking at the given examples. There's really no gotchas on this one, so it's super simple. If you have UD, that's going to be true because you're going to move up one, down one, and you end up in the same spot, right? So if you add RL, it would be the same thing, or UD, RL would be the same thing, or UD, RL would be the same thing. That would all be true. If we have LL, it's false, right? So basically, we just need to determine if there's the same amount of U's as D's and the same amount of R's as L's. If that's the case, we return true. If not, we return false. So this is really simple. As a matter of fact, normally I do use CodePen to do these, but I'm not, because we can do this really quickly. So we're going to create all these variables. Create one called up. Create one called down. Then we need one called right. And one called left. And now we can very simply just loop through the string which is moves. So if I is, this is what we want to do. I was going to say we should use the map method, but we'd have to turn it into an array, which would create more code. So let's just stick with the for loop. All right, so now we're looping through each character in the string, and then we just have an if-else if statement stating, if it's U, we increment up, if it's D, increment down, R right, L left, and then we can just do a return statement that checks if up equals down and if left equals right. I'm using a ternary operator here. We go ahead and return true, else it's false. So we can also use a ternary operator here and say if moves at I equals U, we increment up, else if moves at I equals D, down. Else if moves at I equals R, we increment up, and the only one that's left is, not up, right. All that's left is left, so we just increment left. Let me just make sure I didn't make any mistakes here. Yeah, that all looks good. Let's run the tests. And those pass, no problem. We'll submit it. And there we go. And it's super fast too. So really no gotchas here. That was a really simple one. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, found it helpful. If you did, please like it. It helps my channel grow. If you'd like to see more like these, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again real soon.